Bold. Now we're going into Himmelsdorf for our first one here, between Savage Squad and Oops. I mean...
Did you say Himmelsdorf?
I said mines. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, huh?
Like, how can you not hear that? They actually have similar camos, actually. That's really interesting.
So, on the defense, Savage Squad coming out with a T100
Storm
again.
in for the lineup. Savage Squad are rotating players.
Pavlo and Storm switch quite often, so between the two, they're switching. But yeah, the T100 again for Savage Squad at Type 5. They haven't switched away from what they were doing before.
They tried to block last time, didn't they? They tried to like block the hill.
Well, they set up in their initial positions and then went back towards the hill. We can see here, Oops already setting up for the counter in the beginning. So is Savage Squad. They want to make sure that they punish that 1-2 line crossing. Freedom should get across without even getting spotted in that T100 light. Obviously, great camo on the move with all crew skills. That T100 is just like almost unspottable. Latencer went for the early spot in 1-2 line as well. So it's just a standard setup here for both Savage Squad and Oops.
Yeah, fairly passive from the start. No initial rush. Cameo here has not got himself spotted, not taking any damage. Freedom opposite him in the T100s. We see that quite often with teams like you're saying, Daki, going into that position, not picking up any kind of... Oh, Crater actually taking a shot as he moves over, 449, so that's unlucky for him. So I don't know where the issue, or actually where the... yeah, I mean, they're already moving up to get ready for a 1-2 push.
Yeah, I mean, these 113s are setting up for the 1-2 line push like they did last time. Last time it didn't really work out though because they had a Foch B before.
Yes. Well done.
Yeah, Niall's very strong about this. But last time there was a Foch B covering the crossing, which was disastrous for them, and there was the IS-4 from Piotr as well. Like this time. For one, they need to make sure that they're not just driving behind each other, because that was a big issue, to be honest, because Creator got ammo racked and he completely blocked Rage.
And they're going for the push already here. Kerloff leading the charge, Milos coming behind him, Creator right behind him as well, so that's 3 tanks going. Kerloff gets focused first, gets tracked, Milos skillfully drives round him and does not drive into the back of him like Raging Potato did with Creator when he got stopped there. And this is a crossing where they're getting across with 2 tanks on almost full health here, Daki.
This is not that good for Savage Squad whatsoever. Freedom is really stuck in a T100 light tank. He cannot run away from there. He needs to get despotted even. And now these 113s, okay, Freedom will be safe there for a little bit, but the IS-4 from Dani is the one in trouble, to be honest, because Creator and Milos will start peeking on him time and time, and they will chip him down. And if they don't penetrate him, they can always switch towards the HE, because look what the angle Dani has.
Dani's got his heat loaded already. Fires one out, gets 291 into Creator there.
He doesn't have an ammo rack, by the way, because he already used his repair kit. But now Milos, can he find an angle? They found an angle on towards
Was that Freedom actually that hit into him from Dani? 291? I mean,
no, that was Creator from the side.
No, but the shot Creator took.
Yeah, Creator took 1 shot from Dani when he peeked up. But the thing is here, look, he doesn't have the greatest angles. He does penetrate a nice shot on towards him. But even if they weren't penetrating him, they could always load to HE. So Dani's in real trouble here.
Spamming with HE.
Yeah, both Freedom and Dani are in trouble.
Hellfish would be proud. Kerloff, I mean, he's on 586. He can start to contribute potentially as well. He looks like he's going to try and go for a different angle. Creator not being able to connect that one against Dani. It is a hard shot. Raven shooting out there as well. Milos actually taking a bit of damage. And now Freedom taking another one there from Creator. So, dude's on a little bit of a damage farm here.
Yeah, Creator will pick up Freedom in his next shot. There we go. That's the T100 light tank down. And there's triple Chinese heavy over there still. And Creator can now start chipping away at Dani's HP. And like I already said, if he doesn't find pen angles, he will load HE. And that will be the end of that IS-4 as well. Because obviously with 3 Chinese heavies, they all have some HE ammunition. Creator has 4. They will kill him. Dani's, it's just a matter of time. I already feel like they should be switching to HE with 2 out of the 3. They have 3 there, 2 can switch to HE, and 1 could just keep spamming heat.
And if you look at the minimap as well, Camille's all the way up at A5, so they're expecting a potential counter push or something like that from Savage Squad, but nope, nothing. Savage Squad are holding their lines, and they're just letting Dani die for this.
They're shooting HE at him now. You saw 200 damage coming out. That is those 156. They have switched to HE, and that's the issue for that IS-4, like I talked about.
54 damage. Dani's just going to get like death by a million paper cuts right now as these HE shells are going to connect into him and just going to really annoy him. So start doing module damage as well, potential crew damage coming out. And Dani at some point is going to have to move. It's a good time to actually try and run away because they are all loaded with HE, but now he's in the guns wide open. Next shot's going to go in and come in and kill him, and that's Kerloff getting the kill there. So redeeming for losing a lot of HP at the start.
Yeah, 2 tanks down now for Savage Squad. This is just the beginning of the end, because now, at one point, these Chinese heavies will group up and they'll push the K4 corner and push away Raven in his E4, and Oops is just going to remove tank after tank after tank, and there's just not much Savage Squad can do about it, because they don't have tanks that can rotate, they don't have mobility. So that all they can do is sit there and hope that Oops makes a crucial mistake. But Oops has covered the entire map, and they've even left Camille in A4 and A5, so in case Latencer tried some cheeky flying through the side, he would catch him as well. This is not going to end well for Savage Squad.
It's a really nice plays here from Oops, and kind of exactly what we expect from Oops, to be honest here. I mean, Savage Squad are one of the guys coming in. Zet actually being focused, 2 shots going into him in quick succession there. They're pushing into Raven as well with these triple WZs. Raven will be able to get 1 shot out before he goes down if they want to push into him. It just depends how far back Raven can pull so that any teammate can try and get a shot before he goes down as well.
Yeah, but Milosh has enough HP to take 1 shot at least from Raven, and then they will just double peek him and kill him before he reloads 1 more time. Then Zet is in trouble, and then Alpha is in trouble as well, and they have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and this should be over.
Raven taking a shot in the back this time, and now he can move up. Milosh looks like he's going to take this hit, and then Crater's going to move up. Crater could take the hit as well. Realistically, it's dangerous though. He's going to move up as Milosh takes that shot. Pens 5-4-7. Raven goes down. Crater now on the double kill. This man is settling into this team absolutely brilliantly.
Now these 2 Mouses are going to sit in the base, but you know there's already peaks coming out from the hill. Deja is waiting there as well in his TVP. The thing is, they can't turn their turrets to every single side, and now Creator's over there. Milosh will use that gun depression as well, and with the tanks leaving under the hill, they have free reign to just peek slowly and just farm away on this Type 5 heavy.
Nice from Milosh there, connection into Zet. Now that's a good switch there, targets there from Crater. Instead of going for Zet, going into the back of the mouse because he had a nice flush shot here. Not so easy to get a pen here on Zet from the way he's angling, but no! And just in saying that, Crater steps up to plate and says, you know what boys, I'm on a triple.
Yeah, he even got shot from Deja from behind, and now Latencer's in the 1v1 with Camille. Camille wins that one as well. He got some help. 2 tanks left standing for Savage Squad, and it's what we talked about. If you lose that 1-2 line without doing a significant amount of damage or removing guns from the game, this is the result.
Crater pushing up here, wanting to do some more damage. Has to be a bit risky, protect his health if he wants to survive. Storm snaps back. Look at the HP drop on Storm here. He's just been focused so quickly. Alpha has a small amount of health left himself. Well, actually a large amount of health when you consider it's a mouse, but he's down to 1 shot already, and he gets taken out as Deca picks up the double kill, and a very nice and strong start there from Oops.
This is the defense. I mean, passive defense has only worked for so long. Like the first 2 times, it's all nice and well because your opponent doesn't really know how they're supposed to react, how they're supposed to approach. But we've seen it now time and time again. This push down 1-2 line with Chinese heavies, double or triple for this matter. Nice damage there from Creator, from Milosh, from Deja, and even Raging, which we didn't even see in the game that much because we were focused on the other Chinese heavies.
And Milosh in the middle farming was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it is eventually going to happen. Danny in that IS-4, we said, yes, it's a hard tank to penetrate with heat because of the angles it has. The IS-4 is actually a monster against that because the side, it doesn't work. Like, you shoot the side with heat, it's not going to do anything. You shoot it with AP, guess what? It also doesn't do anything. Great analytics there, I know. But, yeah, that's the thing. They have enough HE ammunition. This is why you always load, like, 5 or 6 shots because in a situation like this, you could see Danny. He's trying to run away. He gets struck by HE. He gets held by HE. He gets destroyed by HE.
Yeah.
So it was only a matter of time before they did that. And after that, it's game over. If you lose 1-2 line, it's game over. And that's why we see teams like Oops and like Kazna bring that Foch B to cover that crossing, to make sure you remove...
wreck someone,
make sure you remove at least 1 gun from the game. Or we see things like Oops does, push a WZ across to the island and have the T100 shield him like they did against Kazna crew. So I really think teams need to start rethinking how they defend or adapting at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to think about, is potentially going a bit more aggressive on the defense because traditionally and for a long time, Mines has been
aggressive
a hyper...
defense is very hard.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say. Traditionally, Mines has been a hyper-defensive map where the defenders generally don't move out, and if the defenders try and go aggressive, then you get situations like we saw with Navi against Tornado where the defensive team gets drawn into a rush and gets debated basically and gets wrecked for it.
The thing is about going aggressive on the defense, it's almost impossible to pull off against a good team because they will set up to counter it. And the thing is, you need a specific lineup for this already. You need multiple bats to do it.
And so once they see it, they know exactly what's coming.
Once they see it, they know what's coming. That's the thing that doesn't work because also the northern side has an advantageous spawn to get on the hill, so they're there quicker. And if the players are doing what they're supposed to do, they block. They block the guys driving up, and the Chinese heavies just kill everything behind it.
Now, Freedom and Raven getting up on the hill unchallenged. Oops are already potentially lining up for any kind of push that Savage Squad do down the left-hand side. But Savage Squad are going up through the middle area.
I mean, they're just taking hill control to begin with, and with their lineup, because the difference here between Savage Squad and what Oops had in the last round is Savage Squad has triple mouse. Oops had 5 A's and 113.
Yep.
So that 1-2 line push with just a single 5A, which is Danny, it doesn't really work out. You can send the mouse first through the 1 line, like we see a lot of teams do, right?
Yeah, put them down through the water up to like H3.
Issue is if the shooting is good from Oops, you lose a mouse for that for virtually nothing.
Yeah.
Just a distraction. Just
a
to
distraction
take some
to get the tanks up, but then you're losing that slab of HP and slab of armor.
You can see the adaptation here. Oops played this defense before, but it's a slight alteration of it. Before they had Deja in K4 in that Foch B. Now it's Raging Potato in the E4. Like, they're fully setting up to defend 8-9-9. You have Milosh and Creator under the hill who are waiting for that 8-9-9 push. But you also have Insane sitting in the base next to the bunker, already waiting, ready and waiting for anything to happen. Raven's blind firing, but he doesn't know that Insane's much closer than that. So they have Insane there already. You can see him. He's sitting there. The only thing I don't like about this is the fact that he has APCR loaded, because the mouses, when they push down, he's not going to do anything against them. So
yeah.
Ammo choice may be questionable, but you also have Camille sitting under the hill next to the mouses in a bush. And then you also have Deja in his Forge B with 6 shots. It's like your 50B with 6 shots, right? Waiting for that push to come down, and he will remove HP of those mouses, and he will reload quickly, and the mouses will still be fighting, because Milosh and Creator are in their own mouses. They don't go down so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, if any kind of crossfire comes in from the back, it's only going to be Storm pushing in. A slow march of the mouse onto the far side.
Well, Storm will push the 4 line.
Alpha and Danny. I mean, Storm will come over on himself, but I mean, there's potential like Kerlov, Raging Potato, Deja. Like, there's so many tanks that can still shoot back if they got the timing wrong. So it's going to be very key from Savage Squad where they can communicate well and pull this off.
The thing is, what is a big issue for Storm is if he misses the timing. If he misses the timing, Camille will rush him straight and try to get on his side, for example, because he'll be next to the rock and he can shield himself from the hill. That's the thing. If they see that kind of as isolation, they will go for it. Freedom and Raven should be able to help, but if Camille just gets onto the side, then it's Storm dead, pretty much. Storm will go for that rock. You see, not this rock, but the one past that, because he gets the 4 to fire, the Fog B to look at him. And if he angles well, he doesn't take that much damage. The mouses also get shot in the back of the turret if this happens. So that's why you push the mouse there. This is just a distraction, just another crossfire angle, but he needs to be covered well.
Now, Savage Squad, how are you going to do this? Danny and Zet are on the 8-9 line, also with Alpha. But Danny's starting to come back the way now. Nope, he's gone up forward.
Danny might just push on the side of the mountain, like next to the 8 line.
This is where everyone kind of brawls and randoms.
Yeah, but it does. The issue is this little spot here. You see, the terrain goes slightly up, which means you don't have gun depression ever.
I mean, the 5A does have a bit of gun depression, but it's still a Chinese tank at the end of the day.
I'm just talking like in randoms. If you're brawling here, it's very hard to make this corner work because...
you need to draw them round so the guys that you always know are going to be camping in your base at A3, A4 are going to help out.
Danny is blind firing a little bit, but hasn't connected anything so far. I mean, there's no reason for Oops to be peeking either, because they will see when the push comes because of the combination of Camille and Insane. They're spotting both angles. So.
And at what time did he make the push though, Daki? Because we're already 5 minutes in and no real challenge here from Savage Squad into Oops.
I'd say 4 minutes is like the final time where they have to start going, because if they don't, then they're going to be lacking in the time department, because you want those bats to be able to get off multiple reloads.
From the minimap there, Latenza was making what looked like a circle around. So I'll be interested to, I wonder if he was perhaps going to go down 1-2 line to distract or something, I don't know. But no, he was just repositioning himself.
He's just spotting to make sure.
Now everything's slow just now, still no movement from Savage Squad. It doesn't look like there's going to be any movement anytime soon, because it's still going to take a little delay for these 2 mouse tanks at the top to be able to actually go anywhere. Now, Decky, have you found some crayons?
Yeah, I did find my crayons again. So what I was talking about is Storm will be going like this, right? Towards this rock over here to get multiple crossfire angles onto this, and also get this guy over here to shoot at him. He will also be able to shoot Camille, which is in this location over here, to draw him out, right? In the meantime, the other push will probably come like this on towards those houses here, which makes a crossfire in this entire area here. This is the dead spot pretty much that they want to create.
The kill zone, yeah.
Yeah, this is the kill zone they want to create. The issue is though that there's going to be a Foch sitting here and Insane here as well. So if Oops does it well, they should be able to take down the tanks that are coming through this area over here. But it all depends on their initial shooting and the reaction. If Camille gets caught out, then it's pretty much already game over because he's sitting in that bush and he will get focused really quickly if he gets spotted because it's kind of in the open.
Your finger painting is getting way better than it used to be, Daki. That's very impressive. Well done. Well done.
You like my finger painting?
Yeah, I'm gonna. If I had a fridge at home, I would take it home and stick it up on it.
Thanks.
Danny taking a shot as he moves forward there. Storm has also taken a shot as this will happen. But look at Insane being focused down to 801 health. Camel's taking a shot as well. So it looks like there's a fight up on that hill. They are trying to rush Storm. You can see the tanks up there on the hill right beside him. There's a push. Freedom and Latenza running down the side. But this fight up on the hill's already happened as Crater has dropped Storm. Kerloff looks like he goes down to Latenza. And we have missed all the action there that happened on the hill because Oops have just pushed hyper aggressive into the middle there. Now they're going to try and deal with Crater. Have to watch out for shots coming in the back. Freedom's taking damage as well. And this is really aggressive here from Oops pushing out on the defense.
This is a very split push though from Savage Squad. Alpha Zed need to hold on really, really hardcore.
Raven's going to go down here. He's trying to run away. He's on a one-shot now. Camel can get a shot. Now he can start farming into the mouse here of Alpha. So it's a little free farm for Camel here to do damage.
Yeah, but he's on reload now as well, and Savage Squad is doing okay, but this split push, they're so far away from each other. They're going for Raging Potato and Insane, though.
They're running down the bottom here. Insane might survive just a little bit longer to get a shot. No, Latenza gets the double kill. Raging Potato's going to come off reload. He takes out Latenza, and that push down the bomb corner stopped. Freedom's left there all on his own now.
Well, Freedom can still make the play, but Danny is in trouble, though, because Raging will peek out and give him a big shot on the side. But the cap is still on, though. 19 seconds left on that one, and I think Raven's going to join it as well.
Cap counter down to 15 seconds here. 14 seconds. What can Oops do? They've pushed out too much tanks on one side, and they can't come back in and get the reset on the other side now. Deca and Cameo are running over. Looks like there will be a reset. There is one, as Crater and Raging Potato tried to deal with the tanks here. Now Camel taking a lot of damage here, but he did get the vital reset. Zet's trying to take damage. Alpha has backed off out the circle, and this cap is no longer happening. We're down to 3 Savage Squad tanks against 5 Oops tanks.
The thing is, Savage Squad was just too split for this push. I don't understand why Danny and the other guys went 1-2 line. Yes, they did a lot of damage. I mean, they got a pick onto Karol, but they lost immediately Storm in return. Alpha Zed had no real impact on this game. Creator and Milosh were just rotating around, and Raven got bullied off the hill, so they were just split on both sides of the map.
Yep, teams drawn out there and couldn't support each other in the 2 different groups. It was a nice idea, kind of looked like almost trying to play distraction on one side and going for the other. Kind of forced into that move though, because Oops' hyper-aggressive push there into the middle area that really went right through the middle of Savage Squad. Now only the remaining tanks left have very little HP as Alpha survives 21 HP and finally goes down with Deca picking up that double kill. Raging Potato now bullying the batch out of Freedom. Raging Potato still on full HP and picks up the triple kill there. So he's starting to play a bit better now as well.
Even if they catch Raging, I don't think they win that round.
No.
I would rather have them do the push that they were set up to do in the beginning than what they did now. Yeah, they did some damage to Insane on the crossing, but not vital. I think their 3-4 line push could have worked out better with the 8 line at the same time, but they went for this. They did get Karol quickly, but you lose a full mouse in return. You lose hill control, and then you have one part of your team one side, the other on the other.
Yeah, no way to support each other as well, whereas
Oops is free to go wherever they want, to rotate between
isolate
both sides.
one or the other. I mean, it's a shame we kind of missed out what happened on the hill. It looks like they took
all that happened is
the mouse pushing up. Yeah, one of the mouse.
All that happened is 2 mouses pushed on towards Storm, and Camel got on his side, like we explained. Like we said already, if there's an opening there, Camel will just get on his side. That's exactly what he did, and there was not much to see there. It's just the Batcha with Heat getting on the side of the mouse, putting 5 shots and doing 2k damage, and then the mouse is finishing him off. And
then Raven tried to shoot while he could, but then he realized that quickly then he would be the next one focused and had to run away.
Well, Raven has to leave the hill because Camille will just bully him at one point, and one of the mouses will support him. There's too much split push from Savage Squad, to be honest. I mean, they tried to distract, didn't really work out though.
No, I mean, Oops were ready for it and wise to it. Now we're going to go into Ghost Town. Oops here on a 2-0 lead. I mean, I don't want to tempt fate and say it potentially be a 5-0, but I think Savage Squad can maybe
let's
sneak
not go
a couple
that
of
far.
rounds.
Let's not go that far yet. It's going to be interesting to see how their morale is in this one, but I think we're listening with Oops first on Ghost Dance
Yes,
because
this
they're
is going to
attacking.
be a TeamSpeak round.
I like to listen to
their
their TeamSpeak. I'm always waiting for that.
Just waiting for the
I
explosion.
think you should be quiet, you know?
You know, shut up and let him play.
In my opinion,
Yeah, you don't matter.
no,
Yeah,
there was a you are a bot.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Savage Squad as well, whether they're calm, whether they're a bit stressed or not.
Well, we listened to them once before, and they sounded like completely deflated.
Oh yeah, they sounded absolutely destroyed.
I think they will sound the same if they go 3-0 down here, but they are defending first, so they have an opportunity. But Oops' attacking strategy with those triple Chinese heavies onto the cap and the two mouses behind is actually very strong, very hard to counter.
So close against Kazna Crew. So close when they played that strategy.
It's very strong and very hard to counter if they pull it off right. If they're in the right positions to do it, it can really work because those Chinese heavies do so much damage from the cap. But it's slightly different though, because they only got 2 of them this time.
So maybe fancying something different here on the attack. Sort of set up for a bit of a team fight here, looking to go in and brawl. Triple mouse, T57 heavy. And they've got a lot of variety in the team, although they do have that triple wedge there of the German steel leading the way.
You can see they're already going towards the south side of the map. It's not their capping strategy. Perhaps trying to take control over that. And it's very hard to make that south side of the map work because there's so many crossfire angles you have to be careful of. Gamel's going to be spotting ahead, and they can transition from taking south control into pushing the mouses into the cap. Like we've seen this done before by Gohard as well. And it only really depends on if you have the correct positions covered, for example.
Latenza and Camille spotting each other out, but they're both in back chats, so nobody actually can get any shots off. But Alpha has already taken a shot in his T57 heavy by peeking it off against it looked like Gerloff.
Yeah, that T57 is very strong, but the 5A, he's not going to pin that on that range anyways. It's kind of a useless peak in essence. You might get lucky, but most likely not.
Raven just pops over the ridgeline there and fires off a speculative shot, but no connections.
He's just trying to clear some of the stuff on the cap to make it easier to shoot through. Obviously, anything that the shell has to go through loses penetration, and it's not something you want.
Concrete fence posts, and the concrete fences are the worst for it. You get that a lot in Himmelsdorf as well. It's so frustrating, the concrete fence posts in Himmelsdorf down by the rails. Now, Oops, gathering up here. Mousey's just repositioning. Fantastic giraffe camouflage. Crater aiming down to the right-hand side as well. Looks like Oops it's a very non-orthodox approach they're taking here, Daki.
Probably still will go for that number 2 base the way it's looking right now. Milosh is spotting out from that ramp if anybody pushes across. If they let him stay there, they can put somebody behind the crane, for example, who can start capping pretty much for free. If they want to go for that, they can obviously still rotate to number 1 base, but Z's in A5. It's hard to make that play work now. Danny will spot them out as well. I still believe that this is going to be a number 2 base attempt. Well, attempt. Like they're going to put pressure.
Attempt or bait, yeah.
They're going to put pressure and hope that Savage Squad makes a bad rotation. Decha's going to be squaring off against Raven to make sure that whoever they send onto the cap, Raven can't just peek on freely. Raging is going to be the one that's going to go onto the cap. So Decha has the crossfire angle. If Raven peeks up, he can shoot him. Milosh is spotting if anybody comes from D5, D6. So they have kind of all rotations covered off right now. And Savage Squad is going to have to make a decisive push somewhere to get out of this because there is no reset inside.
Yeah, there's going to be interesting angles pushed up. Probably going to have to group up on one side, push in perhaps where Danny and Storm are just now and getting additional support from Zet. Possibly Alpha coming over as well. But Storm actually wants to kind of go through the middle area and Danny wants to go to the left. But Milosh is going to spot that out from that position you said earlier on where he's sitting in.
Yeah, Milosh, the thing is about the 5A, it's so quick. He can sit there, do 1 or 2 shots, and then back off.
Okay, and as predicted, he peeks up and gets a shot there into Storm.
The thing is, Danny can't even do much against him. I mean, he has like a cupola shot now, maybe. Milosh is completely safe at this point. But that's not the issue.
Raven tried to peek now, and he gets shot, and there's a shot just right past the front of Raging Potato there as well, as it probably came from Alpha from the looks of that direction. Freedom taking damage as well in Savage Squad. Freedom taking more damage in Savage Squad.
This is not going well for Savage Squad at all because they don't have any angle to really get a reset on. Raven has a small one here. He can maybe hit the track, maybe get a reset that way. He did reset by hitting the track, obviously. Critical hits count. Latenza is pushing up a little bit in the south to try and push Camel away, but Savage Squad have already bled a lot of HP, and in the end of the day, Oops is going to be happy with that.
It's not good for Camille. He's on a reload. Latenza can do a lot of damage here. Actually, Camille can go down here if Latenza makes these shots. One more, and that's Camille finished. Can he get it? No, he doesn't, because now Camille... No, there's a crossbar. Kerloff coming in to save him and distract him. Latenza nearly had Camille there. Nearly had that shot. He's going to take one on the move there before he gets himself away safe.
This was still a good trade for Savage Squad, though. That's kind of what they needed. A little bit of an individual mistake there from Kerolf. Not from Kerolf, from Camille, sorry. Milosh now taking some damage as well. Zed coming from behind, then Oops. They were in a good position, but now they're starting to lose those, because Milosh is going to take some more, hopefully. Well, hopefully.
Hopefully. Wow. Just, I know he was a guest last week, Daki, but there's no need to you know, be so bold there. Milosh gets away safely. Kerloff has taken damage there and actually lost his driver for that. Cap still going on at the moment, 56 seconds left. Savage Squad stand to gain a bit more position, and his Oops that have bled more HP now.
Yeah, Savage Squad is gaining some more position, but they still need to find the reset onto Raging Potato. Storm, if he peeks, there's Creator waiting there as well, but it is getting awfully close.
It's getting very close. 40 seconds left to go. At what point are Savage Squad going to make a move? You see Raven getting shot again as he tried to peek forward and get a shot in. We're down to 30 seconds, and Deca takes a bit of damage. Let's actually listen into the team speak of Oops, because I want to know how they're going to try and win this one.
And Creator,
I can. That's control slow.
Camille, go help them here. What are you doing?
Shooting time.
Okay.
Pick.
Because I don't want to lose this tank.
Shot.
You can even go with the master.
Back.
They have like 3 tanks on the north. Cap is not like winning condition here with 20.
But I need support, I need support.
I'm coming 20 seconds. I can take him shots. Let's go back.
Regine, let's just go.
I'll push him.
I'm joining you
Regine,
guys.
You can actually just push him, you can just push him.
We
need
need to overmatch this, we need to overmatch this. 50.
Can I
Okay,
finish?
okay, yeah.
Both of them. We can.
Yes,
But
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, we want to
Magic
take
is minus 3.
They can take five.
Yeah.
Come in, I'm
Go
going.
forward.
Okay.
Go from right.
Let's just go
Zoom, go safe.
Yes, yes, go from right, Creator.
But it's one
Oh,
shot.
Good luck.
You shot twice.
Can you finish?
They have.
Now I cannot. I'm going to
I
do
made
this.
it. I made
He's
it.
gonna push me.
I'll go.
No, no, I'm not.
50.
I'm gonna push him. We took care of and
Raging, I have to shield you.
Yes, yes.
I can take
Let's
a
go.
minus 4. But what do you?
oh,
I can kill him if I don't roll.
50 -1.
Go over the corner.
yeah, so well.
I should have
last back.
I cannot block you this way.
Okay, hello. Have the load.
Okay, then. I'm gonna kill Batshot. Care of go back already.
Till it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I'm going back.
I should one him.
I need help. I'm on 1-on-2 situation though.
I'm coming.
Yes, we are coming.
Maybe
I
should
had
set
the
this.
driver, so
He will
it
pick.
will take
What?
me.
Maybe should go 30. I think I will be on time.
I'm not gonna take the little gun for the second time. Like,
Try to click mouse.
And the penalty is going back.
I'm dead here.
But don't get overexcited. I'm gonna join you.
Just wait, Carlos, wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
I'm
For,
good.
I'm gonna go for like
Just
this.
go for the 1-on-3 and I will
Just don't throw this.
from here.
Yes.
I will just control the mouse.
That is running away.
If he's running away, I can pick him up.
Creator
Yeah,
down.
we'll
Wait.
just
He
wait.
can still be on the corner
Yeah, yeah,
shooting
yeah,
you
I know.
straight. Just 2
Wait.
visits can... He is. The mouse.
Finish.
Oh, why?
I can farm them right now.
Can't help you. I
You
will
have to go
It's
to the
prawej.
mouse, get off around straight. Wait, they're going. Just go, get off into the mouse.
I'll have reload over him. I can kill mouse.
He's side scraping, I cannot know.
Karol, preszuj. Musisz jechać.
Dawaj, Karol, za wrak.
Karol, jedź.
Okay, okay.
They're gonna... Miloš, don't shoot, keep the shot from the mouse.
Yes. But he's gonna push me anyway. Karol musi jechać. Kill
My
mouse.
creator is playing like this.
Wpada przed shot. Nice. Jeszcze nam potrzebujecie mnie zabić.
Yes, we will win this, but we're playing so badly.
Strzelił.
I
Actually,
had the driver. Can run away.
why you're so fucking greedy all the time? He's gonna just try to get to some cooldowns.
Yeah, TeamSpeak going a bit quiet there, Daki. You wanted to stay and listen, but I didn't want to stay and listen. And I'm pretty sure the team knew that we were listening in as well.
Did
so,
I not tell you? Oh. Karolf might do this.
Bounce. He did. No, Karolf can do it.
Karolf should do it. He should have this. I mean, he catched up with Zed. I think Zed took a bad route.
580.
Zed needs to face hug if he wants to win this. Not
Zed. No. Very nearly thrown away there by Creator. Like, as he was approaching, he says, don't do that. And you heard Insane going, don't do that because there's two in the corner. And then, yeah.
Zed's like, yo, you want to shoot me?
What's up? You want to go for it? Uh-oh.
This was my house, but now I no longer have a house. I think he took a bad route. I don't know why he drove like that rather than just like...
Just kept driving around in circles.
No, he should have gone between the buildings. Like, he should have just ran through like 7 line. Like 7 line
the
down.
damage he did there, I mean, half of that was like just shooting Insane though.
Yeah, didn't I tell you they can still lose this?
Yeah, definitely.
I told you during when we were listening, we can still lose this. They can still lose this.
From the moment on where Insane didn't block properly in reverse, and you're saying it's too slow in reverse, shouldn't have done that.
I don't know what Creator was doing, but like I know he was holding shots for the mouse, but for one he's too close to them, which is like.
Like, he was holding shots for mouse, but why not just, at least he could have got 2 more into Zet in that time.
The thing is, he should have shot Zet as soon as he came around the corner with
just
one.
clipped out Zet, at least one, yeah.
Not clipped out Zet. He should give him at least one, and if the mouse then peeks, then he shoots him. And if the mouse doesn't peek,
goes back to Zet.
Then he goes back to Zet. It's like close distance, but he was like left, right, left. And
then he got one off.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
they could still, I think they should have lost that because Zed took a bad running route. I mean, Karolf had a dead driver. He would never catch up with him if Zed just went like 7 line, around the house, down the house, and just took a hold down position.
And Oops' TeamSpeak still, I mean, still very coordinated, still very helpful, but still, you know, when things don't go their way, focus, guys, focus, you know. Pointing fingers, you know, maybe not the best idea, but hey, I'm not in their situation. I'm someone personally that reacts to you. You're somebody who likes to give positive feedback, Daki, to your clanmates when you lead.
Man, I am the most positive person,
most helpful. You're always saying to people, well done, guys. You, mate, especially played really good there. It wasn't your fault that you messed up that situation.
A Savage Squad coming out with 3 bats, double 50B, and double Fosh B. That is a full French lineup. Insane's going to be proud of them. But if it's going to work, that's another question.
This is what I was saying to Mojo.
This is a push lineup.
I think it was on the Russian league I was watching, and he did 2 Fosh, and it went really badly.
This is a pushing lineup. They can start cap pressure. What they're doing is triple bat onto the cap straight, and then the 50Bs and the 4B behind to make sure that everything that's trying to reset gets blocked off. But this is very hard to pull off. This requires like ultimate shooting.
Insane.
They can't. Ooh, and Insane failing is actually going to help.
No. And there's a cap rush coming up. Insane's not there up in position.
This is going to be
These bat chats are going to rush into the cap circle. 30 seconds left into the counter. Let's actually listen into TeamSpeak because Savage Squad are going to push this one.
Go, kill him.
Go for the VZ.
Wait for me. The mouse are off. The mouse are off. We need to push.
Go, make room, please.
Kill the VZ. The T57. I'm reloading. Leo, from the side.
They cannot
reload.
Go for it. They cannot reset.
Yeah, I see.
I have one shot.
Behind. This bot can reset. Stay high. 2, 3, 1.
No,
it's fine. We have to fight.
Kill the bot. Stormer.
Kill the bot.
Nemůžu, pojď se vysypat na tohle. 50 má.
Just do damage. It's fun. Fucking YOLO works every time. What the fuck?
Nice. Upline.
We have to
Play. Is that how
I have to
kill the T57. Focus the T57 so he doesn't do clips.
I'm still Namrek. I fucking can't.
They have a lot of HPs. It's not bad.
Let's take a shot at
Wait,
Savage Squad TeamSpeak. Always an adventure, eh?
Oh, this is amazing. I'm enjoying this. This is great. This is great. I love it.
YOLO works every time, Daki.
I don't think that was exactly how
That wasn't the
I said
exact quote. No, I've already said my whoopsie on the Monday show. I'm not going to repeat another one today.
This Fosh B just hurt so much.
So much damage. It's just brutal. It's brutal when they can focus the shots like that.
I told you.
The cameraman tripped up there.
I said this is straight YOLO,
yeah,
and the thing is...
I mean, look at the damage they've taken in return, though. I mean, Oops have very nearly clawed it back, but they just don't have enough HP left because they sacrificed so much. Now, imagine if they didn't have something like the Leopard getting picked up so easily and they had something else here.
The thing is, Insane failed the climb. If he didn't fail the climb, they would have gotten the reset instantly. Like, at least one, which would mean that they wouldn't have to put as much pressure. If Insane was up, then he could reset.
Gonna hurt.
It is gonna hurt.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no. Okay, don't
Hello?
throw. Don't throw.
Hello?
No, but if Insane was up, he would have been able to reset the guy in the hold down at the very least. And
Latenza's a one-shot. Danny's a one-shot. Well, so is Milos.
Milos is no longer with us.
Deja, what can you do here, lad?
Nothing. Freedom can...
You done nothing!
He will do nothing. Absolutely nothing. But, like, Insane would have got at least the... Ooh, that's a nice one. But, okay, Freedom has APCR loaded. I know, Latenza has APCR loaded. Hello?
Hello?
He just high-rolled Freedom for 500.
Oh!
Like,
Oh! Danny boy with the double kill and picking up for his team.
That close, man.
That was closer than needed to be.
I think Freedom
Too
was,
much YOLO.
Freedom was like, what, 580 HP?
I was thinking that as well. I was like, he can't one-shot him. And
He can one-shot him, but you would think it was like 580 HP, and the mouse is like, there you go, you're dead. And then Latenza has like APCR loaded, and I'm like, what?
Against the mouse?
Yeah, that's Fosh B from Raven. I mean, Raging Potato got absolutely...
Yeah, he was. That was sick to watch. Actually, that might get taken down if that was a YouTube highlight.
Yeah, but Insane. Insane. If he makes that climb, he gets one reset, and then I think they're just like, we're overcommitting because Insane's like, I failed the climb, I failed the climb, I failed the climb, I can't reset.
All in, yeah.
No, that's the thing. If you
look how much damage blocked as well coming out from Deca as well.
If you fail that climb like they did, then the guy in the hold down is safe for sure. Normally, your Insane should get a reset on at least him. Now everybody had to commit to try and get that reset. They did get it in the end.
And the setup from Savage was a fight setup, so...
The setup from Savage was 3 guys on the cap, everybody else do as much damage as you possibly can to stop them, track them, hold them, block them, whatever it takes to get the cap win.
To allow them to get the cap points, yep. And it worked. It worked.
This is like me in ranked battles. You just go for the cap.
Usually you and don't bring up ranked battles.
I swear, like Himmelsdorf.
We're not talking about ranked battles.
Himmelsdorf, I drive to the cap.
We're not talking about ranked.
Always works.
We're not talking about ranked. I will have flashbacks. I will have a breakdown live on stream.
I don't know. I'm rank 5, dude. How are you doing?
I'm rank 5 as well. In my heart.
On the test server, maybe.
Dude, I couldn't even get off. I couldn't even get my first chevron last night for about like half an hour. That's how much fun I had last night.
Don't blame the system, blame the player.
It's like I said, it's not my fault. You know, clearly when you're top damage and your team loses, you need to learn from it and do better, do more damage.
I mean, Creator can do top damage in every game. That's because he hugs the red line.
Oh, I thought it was Warlord that does that.
Yeah, but he learned. They're brothers.
I suppose he learned. Okay. Damage is damage, as Warlord would say. Now we're going into Himmelsdorf, not Mines. I think I did say Himmelsdorf at the start.
You did say Himmelsdorf.
I was seeing if you were awake.
I'm not asleep, but now defense coming out from Savage Squad. No bats, so limited rotations. Double 50B, double mouse, 5A, E4 and E3. Oops. Double 113, double mouse, double 50B, double single bat. They can still go around the map with that. I don't expect Oops to do anything other than what they've done before, which is like take control over the south side of the map and then rotate and try and like get the angles needed to block off Savage Squad. Question will be, will Savage Squad put somebody in that A6 position? Hopefully not, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, Savage Squad's going over to the rails already, spreading their tanks out here. Danny, Zip following behind him, then Freedom, Storm slowly coming down up behind him.
Do note that Oops does not have that E3, which they've been playing with it before. I guess they're like raging, you're not playing E3 anymore.
Wanting to survive a bit longer and take him off a tank actually has tremendous frontal armor, and strange choice. Cam will try and get spots here, see if anyone's going along Banana Road. Raven and Alpha are spotted out, and they shoot, but they don't connect with anyone, so Milos is safe for now.
You can see the mouses here, Insane, Raging are just starting to move towards the south. Oops can do everything they want right now, but the thing is, Raven is in that position. You need to kind of push him back, because if he's there in that E3, you can't cross the 8 line, which would mean that you have to go all the way around through the hill, which takes you like a minute and a half to drive up it, drive off it, and get into position. So they're not going to go for that. But we've seen Insane play here on the south side quite a lot. They will have to challenge against Zed though in that 5A, and it's going to be a hard shot for them to pen, because he has like, it's like a little bit of a crane, I guess it is, but it has like a destructible top and an undestructible bottom, so you're pretty much pulled down behind it.
Nice connection there going into Zed.
Or you can sit in the open.
Taking a little bit of damage, just sit in the open and not worry about the little crane thing being able to protect you. And Insane's pushing up looking for another shot here, but Zet's going to get himself safe over to where Danny is.
Well, they've pushed back Zed, so now he can't really spot that anymore. Like, they've pushed him back so far that he can't, like, get info, check what's in the K line. Now Oops has some control over that, but they're still not committed anywhere. They're, like, just taking control over South, pushing back Savage Squad, pushing back Zed, making sure he can't, like, peek, get info. And they can rotate off of this. Freedom does get spotted, he needs to be careful in the D4. Creator's on the hill.
Latenza spotted back on the F1 line. Shotgun out to him straight away there from Insane connecting. So Latenza getting shot, didn't need to get shot there. Danny is clipping up towards the hill because we see that Creator spotted and backing off there.
You can see now the rotation coming out from Karov and Deja, though. They're starting to move back, but Camille and Creator are coming off the hill.
You're going to perhaps charge up the 8 line?
I don't think they will charge up the 8 line just yet. They need to get Freedom off. They might push Camille into D3, D4 to proxy spot that E3 and peek on him if somebody goes 8 line. That's the one thing they can do. Or you can just drive straight through it. It's a hard shot for the E3, but it's risky.
That was right. Sort of. Camo's through. Oh, he spotted just at the last minute. Raven doesn't get a shot.
Raven wasn't
He's
even
like,
aiming.
oh, fiddlesticks. They got round me. And Raven just shoots up at the hill in frustration when nobody's there. Camo's going to start the cap here. Alpha can always come in and reset. Karloff now moving up the 8 line. Has to be careful that Raven doesn't actually shoot him. It's a very dangerous play here.
So, I mean, what Oops is setting up for now, you obviously have the cap here, which Camille is on, right? But the thing is that nobody from Savage Squad is in this position. Oops has tanks located in this area of the map here, in this position, to shoot the crossing. Because somebody has to cross over, right? Somebody always has to cross over to do damage on towards Camille. Now, if Alpha pushes across, these guys will be shooting from here. In the meantime, these guys are controlling here. So Savage Squad can't really rotate anybody. All Oops wants to do is to force this area here to be shot at all times. So Alpha has to cross back over. Then you have a mouse lockdown on the X here. And then you can rotate again. So they're just trying to chip away at the health.
Latenza's taking a bit of damage here. He came down towards where Danny and Zet were, and then decided to come back up. And going back up to where he was previously allowed him to get shot in the butt. Now, Alpha's shooting at Karloff here, but Karloff's not the one that's actually in the base. It is Cameo underneath him.
See the positions I'm talking about?
Freedom's now rotated as well. Alpha's now taking damage in his mouse.
Yeah, but the thing is, Alpha has to go across. Milosh is waiting there. There's tanks sitting in the back as well. Okay, they decided to move away. But there's only 42 seconds left, and Karol can just bully Alpha in that mouse. And Milosh can as well.
Alpha's having to move up now. Insane's taking a bit of damage here at the bottom rails for Oops as he pushed forward. So it looked like Oops were gathering to push down the bottom here. They do have 4 tanks in this area. Milosh is still in the middle, and it's Karloff and Cameo who are up the top with Alpha. Have to be dangerous if they decide to want to push onto Alpha, because Freedom is there as well to provide any kind of overwatch and covering fire. But Alpha is just getting his HP chipped again and again here. It looks like Karloff and Cameo here are all in, and Cameo gets the kill on Alpha at the top of the map, so we've just missed that kill, unfortunately, and now they can just run away and beat out the rest of Savage Squad to the north of the map.
I mean, you can see it in the bottom corner, how they were picking him up, so now they can restart the cap with Karov and Camille, and they actually got a wreck covering them as well, which makes it really good actually for Oops, because now the rotations will come out. Milosh is still controlling the 5 line. They know nobody has crossed over. The 50Bs are rushing down the 8 line. Raven will not be able to do much, and this is not good for Savage Squad, because they have 3 tanks locked here in the south, which are in trouble against 2 mouses. Yeah, this is disastrous for Savage Squad. This is pretty much Eta GG.
Alpha couldn't have died in a worse place there for his team, trying to get a shot there under the rails. Look at this, a push coming in at the bottom as well. Danny's going forward, desperate to try and get some damage. He's going to try and clip out into Insane. Danny has to watch the shots don't come back into him. Raging Potato R Insane can shoot into him as well. Latenza's going to come around. They want to drop a tank. They want to get somebody to clip out. But look at this, Latenza can get focused as well. Great block there by Raging Potato. Just backs out and rams him into the wall to stop this. Now the tank's up top. There's 3 of them. They're going to push into Storm because they're getting surrounded at the back as well. No, they're focusing into Freedom at the moment. Freedom doesn't have long to go. Deca gets the kill there in Freedom. Milosh gets the kill on Raven. Now they're going to turn and focus the guns into Storm in this top circle. Savage Squad are all at sea here at the moment, and Oops are just a circling shark looking for the kill.
Yeah, this was very good stuff from Oops. This is what we talked about, punishing that rotation over and over and controlling the south at the same time. Just showing that, you know, this passive defense, Oops know how to break it. And I did say Himmelsdorf, it was Oops their map, and it's looking really in their favor.
Really, really strong showing here from Oops. They have just dismantled Savage Squad there. The push up top, the push up bottom. This is something that Oops are really good at doing here on this map. They split your team, they draw your team apart, and they have two different groups doing two different things, and it is really, really good to watch.
There's good stuff there from Oops, really. And that makes them on match point already, so strong stuff from them. But it is what we showed on the minimap, right? You have Milosh in that position, you have Kamil Kaplan, Kerov behind him. They spot out Alpha, and Milosh shoots him on the crossing. There's already 1.9k HP before he even started crossing, so he lost a lot of HP there. The 50Bs, if they were there, I think they would have actually clipped them out, but they were going with Insane.
Kill off, nice damage.
Well, obviously.
Same damage blocked as Raging Potato. Chances of that?
Fairly high. That's just 2 shots. It's always the same amount.
Oh yeah, it's always a maximum amount. My bad.
It's always, no, it's not the max. It's
damage done. I'm thinking about.
It's
when
always
it ties
490.
in. It's really random. Yeah.
But yeah. So they had that crossfire set up for the 5 line with those guys. Alpha is the only one that crossed, which means Skyrov and Kamil don't have to go anywhere. They just stay there. Alpha pushes in. Has to get the reset because there's like 17 seconds left at that point. Freedom was in no position to help. They just kill Alpha and they restart the cap. And in the meantime, you have 3 tanks of Savage Squad busy with 2 mouses, which they couldn't even kill. 250B and a 5A, which they wasn't enough even to kill 2 mouses. So Oops just has that control over the south, and then they go back towards the other cap. And that's the issue with this defense. It is readable and it is counterable.
I mean, watching Oops right now in Himmelsdorf is really nice. It's really nice the way the things they do and how well they do it. Their focus fire, the way they shoot stuff, just everything just seems to come together for them on this map. Looks like they've put a lot of work into it.
Savage Squad is playing a very, very standard defense, and Oops has proven time and time again they work really well against those standards, and they can break them down rather quickly. I
wonder if this is tactics perhaps from one of their old players, because I know that sometimes they've been guilty of apparently using Jostra's tactics, you know, when plays with the team. But I don't know, maybe if Jostra's in chat right now, he'll be able to say that or not. I mean, he shouldn't be in chat because he didn't really have time to play anymore, did he?
I don't think he can speak in chat either.
Oh, okay. So, well, maybe. I mean, it's not like anyone in their chat ever uses alt accounts. I think Ustin maybe has about 50 running total right now.
So, Savage Squad now has to attack. They're on match. They're up against match point for Oops. Oops on the defense. They have that IS-4. Double E is very heavy. They want to protect Insane on A6. That's what it looks like. They want to make sure that that 5-line commitment, if it comes out from Savage Squad, will get punished really hard, which you bring very heavy tanks for. So with this lineup, what they can do is they can just put the 113 down 1-2 line, which is Kerov, support him with the E3s, the mouses, so nobody can cross for free. You can put one E3 on D4 to watch the 8 line, the other one watches down 1-2. Insane crosses over to A6, A7. He has Creator and support in a mouse. And if anybody from Savage Squad tries to push down 5 line at one point, Oops will just counter push and kill it.
Is it going all the way up the banana road? Because he could get wrecked here for this. He is. Oh, Zet, don't go all the way, mate. Raging Potato, can you connect your shot? We'll find out in just a second.
Hold down. He can just pull around this corner and he's kind of hold down.
Oh, he wants to shoot. He wants to shoot so bad.
It's a hard shot for Raging Potato to actually make, because even the 113 turret is very nasty to deal with. So, I mean, Zed just spots him out. Raging will have to back up around the corner already.
On the hill, there is Batchat running all the way over as well, so he's going to line up at B0. We'll probably just go straight past it. Stopping at B0, so it's Freedom. Be careful to peek here. Oh, spots out Creator. Creator doesn't get spotted in return, but he knows where that spot would have came from.
Yeah, Alpha's now pushing down the 8 line. Do note he has a Spall Liner.
Spall Liner, yep.
I don't know why he has Spall Liner on the Himmelsdorf though.
I think people are worried about, I mean, people are saying that to counter Type 5s, worrying about the damage from Type 5s.
Yeah, but nobody plays Type 5 on defense.
Or if they're going into the, what is, yeah, against Ruben Cap and artillery. Teams don't really bring artillery on defense.
I don't see the need for Spall Liner on the
There'll be something, there'll be some reason for it. Like I said, Annihilator has a Spall Liner on the mouse as well.
I think you just forgot to remove it from Mines.
From Mines, yeah.
That happens all the time, actually.
Yeah. People not changing equipment. Latenza pushing up through the middle of the courtyard, and Savage Squad are gaining a bit of ground here, Daki.
They are getting ground, but they're actually going to get surrounded soon, because when Oops figures out that all these tanks are here, they're just going to surround them, and they can't cap, because Insane's still on A6, A7 with Creator and support, so they haven't figured it out yet. They haven't spotted Insane, so they don't know.
Nice angling here from Camille to stop Latenza from getting any shots into him. Camille comes off reload, snaps and misses. Latenza has 2 more shots to go. Now we can go through that lower middle plate. Try and get one into the turret as well, and he does.
Bad
so
angling from Camille.
a couple of nice shots there from Latenza. Camo could have done better there. Kelloff actually showing how to angle.
Yeah, that's good stuff from Karov. Look at the damage Storm has taken. If he keeps crossing, he's going to take another one, actually.
Nice one into Danny there as well. So he's reverse side scraping and doing a good example of it. Storm down to 4-3-1. Has to protect himself and be very careful. Now Kratos starting to take a bit of damage in his mouse. Kelloff continuing to do damage here in his 1-1-3. It's been quite a while since we've seen one of them being used.
I don't understand what Danny's doing. He's just trading with a 113 that's side scraping and Storm bleeding so much HP. There's a lot of bad angling coming out here from both teams, actually. Camille wasn't that great. Danny is just trading even though he's on lower HP, and Sane is having a field day over here. He's going to get support quickly. Latencer can't clip him out, by the way. He cannot clip him out just yet. Insane's too much HP. And, well, when Freedom
Nice
comes.
from Insane. I mean, this is showing Mary how not to die in this area so quickly.
I mean, the Savage Squad already lost 2 tanks, so even if Insane goes down, what is it going to change?
It's a fair trade. Insane's just picking his shots right now. He's just going from tank to tank, saying, I'll have you, I'll have you. Now he's trying to probably shoot into the mouse because he can't get the kill shot onto Zet. He'll take a bit of damage for this, but no, Insane does get the kill on Zet. Alpha drops Crater, mouse on mouse action there. Now Insane's going to drop Alpha as well. So Insane, oh well, maybe not. I was going to say, having an absolute field day in this IS-4, rolling out and doing damage. Only 3 tanks left here for Savage Squad. Latenza doing a drive-by right into the gun of Kimio and Raging Potato waiting on the other side. Alpha, well, surviving for now because Freedom saves him, but what can Freedom do? Well, he's on a reload and he's only got 849 health, so not much is the answer.
Raging Potato should pick him up right now in the E3, just has to get through that third. Alpha's actually blocking him kind of nice, but
No
he's
pressure.
getting on the
Well
side
done,
now.
Raging.
Freedom's the last one standing, and I mean, Savage Squad, they tried to push in the courtyard. Too bad there's only 4 tanks from Oops that were waiting for that.
Can he get in the building? Is he going to try it?
No, you can't get fully in the building. Your bum's always hanging out.
Freedom trying to think, you know, which is best? Do a die going left or do a die going right? This is going to be Oops picking up the first win of the day. It is going to be 5-1 Oops. Strong showing here from them. And unfortunate for Savage Squad, but again, Oops just so dominant right now. So dominant.
I think it has also had to do with the fact that Savage Squad just not even remotely close to being on the same tactical level as Oops. Going down the courtyard like this, it was spotted early by Karov. Karov got into a side scraping position. Storm got farmed on that cross.